Find the value of x that makes line M parallel to line N. First, let this angle be angle 1. Then by the linear pair postulate, the measure of angle 1 plus 72 degrees equals 180 degrees. Subtracting by 72 on each side gives the measure of angle 1 equals 108 degrees. In order to use the corresponding angle's converse, you need 4 times the quantity x plus 5 degrees equals 108 degrees, because 108 degrees is the measure of angle 1, and the angle measured 4 times the quantity x plus 5 degrees are corresponding angles because they both lie to the right of the transversal and below the lines M and M. So dividing by 4 on each side gives x plus 5 equals 27. Then subtracting 5 from each side gives x equals 22. So when x equals 22, by the corresponding angle's converse, line M is parallel to line N. Prove the alternate interior angle's converse without using the vertical angle's congruence theorem. You are given that angle 4 is congruent to angle 5. Prove that line G is parallel to line H. Begin with the statements and reasons table. Angle 4 is congruent to angle 5 because it was given. Angle 4 is supplementary to angle 3 because of the linear pair postulate, which states that if two angles form a linear pair, then they are supplementary. And angle 5 is supplementary to angle 7 because of the linear pair postulate, which states that if two angles form a linear pair, then they are supplementary. Then angle 3 is congruent to angle 7 because of the congruent supplements theorem, which states that if two angles are supplementary to the same angle, then they are congruent. So because angle 3 and angle 7 are both congruent to angle 4 and angle 5, because angle 4 and angle 5 are congruent, then angle 3 is congruent to angle 7. So line G is parallel to line H because of the corresponding angles. In the diagram, line P is parallel to line Q, and angle 1 is supplementary to angle 2. Prove line R is parallel to line S using a paragraph proof. It is given that angle 1 is supplementary to angle 2. So the measure of angle 1 plus the measure of angle 2 equals 180 degrees by the definition of supplementary angles. It is also given that line P is parallel to line Q, so angle 2 is congruent to angle 3 by the alternate interior angles theorem. Because angle 2 and angle 3 are alternate interior angles because they lie on opposite sides of the transversal and inside the lines P and Q. Because angle 2 is congruent to angle 3, You can substitute the measure of angle 3 for the measure of angle 2 into the equation, which gives the measure of angle 1 plus the measure of angle 3 equals 180 degrees. Thus, angle 1 and angle 3 are supplementary by the definition of supplementary angles. So by the consecutive interior angles converse, line R is parallel to line S. Each Each parking space in a lot is defined by two parallel lines and shares a common line with the next adjacent space. Explain why the left line in space 2 is parallel to the right line in space 8. The left and right sides of space 2 are parallel by the given information. Then the right side of space 2 and the right side of space 3 are parallel, and the right side of space 3 and the right side of space 4 are also parallel, and so on until you get to the right side of space 8. So by the transitive property of parallel lines, the left line in space 2 is parallel to the right line in space 8.